All right, so here we go on quiz 8 study guide. And on this problem, and I'm pretty sure it's the next problem, here's the first thing I want you to do when you see your quiz tomorrow. All right, we've got a 40-degree angle right here. We've got a 40, 40, and a 50. And you're told that P to R, from P to R, is a diameter. And from Q to T is a diameter. Here's T, here's Q. That means that all the angles on the top of PR have to sum 180. All right, so you've got 90. You got a 50 and a 40 is 90. So 180 minus 90 is 90. Minus 40 is, this angle's 50 degrees. All right. This angle here with the symbol is 90 degrees, which makes the angle to the right of it 90 degrees as well. Now, once you have that, I think it's easier to just identify your arc measures. So if this central angle is 40, this arc is 40, this arc is 50. 40, 50. This arc here is 90, and this arc over here is 90. I would do that first. And then let's start answering these questions, okay? So number one, they ask for the measure of UPQ. Starting at U, going through P to Q. All right, that's 40 plus 90, which is 130. PQR, starting at P, going through Q, ending up at R. Well, if PR is a diameter, then that's 180. UTS. UTS. This arc right here. That's 50 plus 40. 90 degrees. The measure of RS. R to S. There's the 50. It's already there. RSU. RS to U. So we're starting at R. We're going through S. And we're stopping at U. RSU is going to be the 50 plus 40 plus 50. So 50 plus 40 plus 50, which is 140. STP, starting at S, which is right here, going through T and ending at P. So S through T, ending here at P. That's 40, 50, and 40 again. So 40 plus 50 plus 40 again is 140. PQS. All right, so now we're starting at P, which is right here. We're going through Q, and we're stopping at S. So we're going all the way around here. PQ all the way to S. So that is a 90 plus a 90, right? So that's 180 plus an additional 50, which is 230 degrees. And then finally we have the measure of arc PRU. PRU. All right, look. PRU starts at P. It goes around through R and all the way to U. So look, we're going from P all the way around through R, stopping here at U. It's ugly, but that's what it is. All the way around. So all the way around, if we went from P all the way around to P, wouldn't that be 360? Well, the only portion we're not going is this 40. All right, that's the only piece of the arc that's not included. So we're going to take 360 and we're going to subtract that 40. and that gives us 320. It's not difficult, but just find a way to stay organized when you're identifying your arcs. Got it? Diameters, the arc of a diameter is 180. Arc of a diameter is 180. The measure all the way around the circle is 360. All right, and problems 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, these 6 problems. Now we are finding arc length. Arc length is different than arc measure. So we're going to do the same thing at the beginning of this problem. All right, we've got these angles in here again that are very hard to read. We've got a 50, this is a 50, and this one is 60. We've got 50, 60, 100, and let's see, we're told use D to find the length. All right, the next thing you want to look for in this diagram here is a straight line through the center. And if you see N, L, N to L is a diameter, which means the left half of NL has to sum 180. So if we got 60 and 50, if we take 180 minus 60 and 50, we got 70 degrees left. So that's this arc, or this angle. On the right-hand side of that diameter, we have a 100-degree angle, which makes this 80 degrees. Now, I like to just put my arc measures there as well. So now I got a 70, 50, 60, 100, and 80. And now we're just going to read each problem, and we're going to use the same formula, which is central angle over 360 times circumference, or 2 pi r. We're going to round everything to the nearest hundredth, so our calculator is set at second fixed 2. So we need LM first. L to M. The arc is 100, so we take 100 divided by 360 times 2 times pi times the radius is 5 times 5. All right, so in your calculator, 100 divided by 360 equals, and then we go times 2 times pi button times 5 and hit equals, and I get 8.73. If this measurement is in inches, then your answer is in inches. Make sure you read your problems very carefully tomorrow, because you may see 8.73 feet as an answer. It's not 8.73 feet, it's 8.73 inches. Okay, so be careful. Problem number 10, we got arc MN. M to N right here. So we're going 80 over 360 times. Now they're giving you the diameter. All right, so our other formula for circumference is pi times the diameter. So we got 80 over 360 times pi times the diameter, in this case is 3. All right, your other formula you can use is central angle over 360 times pi times diameter. All right, so 80 divided by 360 equals times pi button times 3 equals 2.09. And that's going to be in yards. Number 11, arc KL. K to L. K to L is 60 degrees, so we go 60 over 360 times JD is 7. J to D, that is a radius. So we're going to go 2 times pi times 7. 60 divided by 360 equals times 2 times pi times 7 equals 7.33 centimeters. Problem number 12, arc NJK. All right, so here's NJK. That's going to be the 70 plus the 70 plus the 50. So we get 120 over 360 times NL is 12. All right, NL is the diameter. So times pi times 12. And I get 16.76. And that's in feet. Problem number 13, arc KLM. Starting at K, going around through L, ending at M. So we got 60 plus 100, that's 160 over 360 times D to M is 9, and D to M is a radius. So we're going 2 times pi times 9. All right, so enter that in your calculator, please. 25.13, and that's in millimeters. And problem number 14, J to K. Starting at J, going straight to K. Here's J to K. That's 50 degrees. So 50 over 360 times KD. K to D, that is a radius. And it's 15, so we go 2 times pi times 15. $13.09, and that's in inches. Any questions on any of those problems? And again, you can use either formula. Central angle over 360 times circumference. You can use 2 pi r, or central angle over 360 times circumference. You can use pi times diameter for the circumference. All right, and then we've got a few more problems here where we're going to be finding the value of x. All right, we said yesterday that if two chords are congruent, then their corresponding arcs are congruent. So if both of these chords are 13, then their arcs are the same measure. This one isn't real hard, okay? We got 78 on the top. X is going to be equal to 78. In problem number 16, we got two congruent chords. So we've got two congruent arcs. So our x plus 17 is equal to 4x plus 2. subtract x from each side. 17 equals 3x plus 2. And then we're going to subtract 2 from each side. So 15 equals 3x. And divide both sides by 3. Five is equal to x. All right, in this case, we have two congruent arcs. If two arcs are congruent, then their corresponding chords are congruent. That makes this 36 here equal to 2x minus 12. So add 12 to each side. And 48 equals 2x. Then divide both sides by 2. And 24 is equal to x. All right, in problem number 18, we've got two congruent chords again. We've got arc ST that's equal to x degrees, which makes arc SU equal to x degrees. All right, well, obviously we can't write an equation that says x equals x, but there's three arcs in this picture, and those three arcs need to sum 360. So our x plus our x plus our, looks like a 38, is equal to 360. So 2x plus 38 equals 360. So subtract 38 from each side. 2x is equal to 322. And then divide both sides by 2. $161. All right, same concept for number 19. We've got two chords that are congruent. They're both 11 units. We've got an arc AB that's x degrees, which makes arc AC x degrees. The third arc is 114. So our x plus our 114 equals 360. So 2x plus 114 equals 360. Subtract 114 from each side. 2x is equal to 246. And divide each side by 2. 123. And finally, problem 20. Again, we've got two congruent arcs. We have two congruent chords. If the two chords are congruent, then their arcs are congruent. And if this arc is 67 degrees, then arc RQ is 67 degrees. And we said earlier in the week that a central angle is equal to the measure of its corresponding arc. So if arc RQ is 67 degrees and this central angle forms that arc, all right, then our x is equal to 67 degrees. And that is your Quiz 8 study guide. Does anybody have any questions? All right, then you got the rest of the period to, I will upload this video. You'll have the rest of the period to get electronic assignments submitted, work in the ALEKS app, or work practice problems off of this study guide. It'll be uploaded very shortly.